First at 6, a tough fight ahead. The number of COVID patients in Michigan hospitals is closing in on the record high from last spring. Good evening and welcome to 7 Action News at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Brian Abel. Health officials urging everyone to take precautions to avoid overwhelming the system.
Tonight, the state is reporting 17,000 new cases of COVID-19 over the last 3 days, an average of nearly 5,700 per day.
More cases mean more hospitalizations. The latest numbers showing Beaumont Health with 562 COVID patients in 8 hospitals. Henry Ford Health almost 350 patients in 4 Metro Detroit facilities.
St. Joseph Mercy in Ann Arbor and Livingston are both reported to be at 100% capacity. So is Detroit Receiving. Many other hospitals are not far behind.
Just last week, Michigan pulled ahead of every other state when it comes to COVID cases, making us the epicenter of this pandemic right now.
Now, in response, Michigan health officials issued a face mask advisory ahead of the holiday season, and they are urging everyone ages 2 and older to wear a mask indoors regardless of their vaccination status. But one person who has not publicly weighed in on Michigan's backward slide is the governor. She's been out of the public eye for at least 12 days now.
However, as 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell shows us, that changed today.
The message from the governor's office is clear. She wants to talk about the economy. It is the first public appearance Governor Gretchen Whitmer has had since November 10th. She spoke at Crest Marine, a pontoon boat manufacturer in Owasso, about its expansion that will create jobs.
As we emerge from this once-in-a-century pandemic, health crisis, we have a once-in-a-generation opportunity. Our economy grew 3rd fastest nationwide.
As she spoke about emerging from the pandemic, Michigan Hospital chief medical officers urged the public to help address a, quote, alarming situation. They warn as we approach the holiday season, Michigan is approaching the highest number of hospitalizations since the pandemic began. The governor answered a question about that from another journalist, saying that she has been talking to hospital leaders.
They were not encouraging mandates.
The governor's team handed me a microphone for one question and asked that I focus on the jobs announcement and economic growth.
If we could ask the next questions, focus on the wonderful reason we're here today, that would be great.
I'm sorry, my question is about COVID-19. We're to the point where 1 in 10 cases nationwide are coming from Michigan, and we're getting questions from viewers just about, should we be doing more to communicate to the public? What do you want people to know about where you have been, what you've been doing the last 11 days when we haven't heard from you? Whereas in the past, say a year ago, we had the 3-week pause when cases were lower.
We inoculated 10% of 5 to 11-year-olds last weekend as parents see this vaccine as a key to keeping their kids safe.
She didn't discuss what she's been doing in recent days as President Joe Biden visited Michigan and COVID-19 cases surged past where they were last year. Her press secretary, Bobby Letty, sent me a statement saying the governor attended the Semiconductor Industry Association's annual event in California to talk to industry leaders to help address the domestic chip shortage and bring more investments to Michigan. The governor is calling on individuals to take action at the family level to help the state manage the pandemic.
To tell your loved ones how much you love them and how much you want to spend Christmas with them, it's time to get vaccinated.
The governor repeatedly said that the big difference between last year and this year is that individuals have a tool to prevent tragedy, and that tool is vaccines. Kim Russell, 7 Action News.